XM NASCAR Radio and catchfence.com. Forgive me if this was asked while I was out of the room, but when the season started, you seemed to be apprehensive about Chris Gayle coming on board. You told us that you really had no discussion, which is kind of mind-blowing, given your seniority with the organization, what have you. Looking back on that now, you know, how has your mind changed from January to now?
Well, I mean, I was worried. I mean, Chris Gayle's resume was not mind-blowing by any stretch of the imagination, but he also had a lot of young guys that he had to work with, and at the time, I mean, Joe gave me essentially 24 hours to say yes or no to it, and you know, because Chris had another opportunity with another team and Cup, and that was his option, and had an offer, and he didn't want to get drug around. And so I told Joe essentially, you know, do whatever you think is best. You know, I trusted you in the past when we've made these kind of decisions. I'll trust you again. And I was worried, and I, you know, when I had those interviews that I talked about him in my apprehension, you know, one of the first conversations I had with him, I says, I don't want you to take that personally. But you know, this caught me off guard, and I didn't know I was going to be in this position, you know, just a week ago. But I really appreciate his leadership. He pushes me as hard as Gabehart did. I made it very, very clear to him that regardless of you know, my accolades or his, you know, he is the leader, and I will respect whatever he tells me to do. I think that's very, very important as a driver, is to give the reins to your leader, which is your crew chief and or comp director, whoever it might be. No one driver is bigger than the team that they drive for, or the person that leads their team. So I wanted to make it very clear to him that you know, he has my respect, he has my confidence, and that do what you see is fit. If you know, do not be afraid to tell me when you think that I need to be fixing something or doing something, and because I can understand why it would be intimidating for someone like him that, you know, me and Gabehart had a lot of success, and he probably, you know, was nervous whether he was going to get the same out of me that those guys did. But I can confidently say that you know, Gibbs made the right decision in choosing him, giving him, you know, the opportunity with me, and I think it's been a very good mix of you know, kind of our thoughts, and that's why I think we've gotten better as a team as a whole. Is, you know, it's sometimes a fresh new perspective and ideas can teach you something. I think he has.